Wayne, just checking on first of all on injuries and especially where Ted stands right now.
Yeah, Ted is still a little bit away, a couple of weeks away probably. So he'll continue with his rehab, and other than that, I think we're the same as the previous game. So Victor Polton is back in contention, so he's the only addition to the squad.
Good, and the weekly check on where things might stand with Lewis O'Brien.
Yeah, no, the same. I think it's probably looking more likely that Lewis will be going back to England after the New England game. There has been a lot of interest from clubs over in England, and we haven't managed to get to an agreement with Nottingham Forest, so more than likely he'll go back.
That must be disappointing to you, given his contributions over the last few months.
Yeah, but listen, we knew what it was. I think he's been fantastic for us since he's come in. Great character around the team, and it's an opportunity now for us to go and try and replace Lewis with a different player. So it's something which we're close to. We're extremely close to bringing someone in. Yeah, it's a different type of player, different style, but I think a player who could be just as effective.
Got it. And so I guess just following up on that, you seem to be making progress now that the window's open.
Yeah, no, listen, we're always trying to make moves, and of course some of the moves take time, but yeah, no, we're trying to get the work done as soon as we can.
Great, thanks.
Next, we'll go to Dave.
Hey, Wayne, obviously you have to move on to the next game, but you move on, it seems, with a real character defining win. That was not easy to get accomplished in Dallas, and it probably gives you more confidence, or should give the team more confidence, or just your thoughts on what that victory meant.
Yeah, no, I think firstly, we knew it was going to be a tough 2 games away from home. Obviously Nashville are a good team and Dallas are a good team, and I was really disappointed with especially the first half against Nashville. And I made the changes because I wanted firstly to freshen it up, fresh mind, fresh legs. But also I wanted a reaction from the group, and I felt I got that. With the circumstances of the game, the heat and the pitch was not very good. I thought the players dealt with that well and got a deserved victory.
And how important just also was getting the clean sheet, because I know you've been bugged sometimes by giving up goals that you could have prevented, and you got the clean sheet. Did that a step forward?
Yeah, no, I think it's always nice when you get a clean sheet, and yeah, I think we towards the end got a little bit lucky on a couple of occasions from that point of view. But yeah, no, it's always great when you keep a clean sheet.
Next, we'll go to Bruce.
Hey, Wayne.
I mean,
Dave and I were talking in the booth that this game was even maybe not so much about the football, but the mentality of the player. And do you look for that mentality in the player in the recruitment process? Because it took a Herculean effort, every single player on the field, to pull that game off against Dallas in the heat. Can you comment on that?
yeah, no, of course, and it's something which, since I've been here, you've heard me talk about the mentality and character of players, and it's something which I want in all the players. And I think what was great about the win, you had players, young Fletcher starting the game, Yamil aside play starting the game for the Alex Bono coming in starting the game. So we made changes which you have players starting the game who haven't started any or not many games all season, and they showed a lot of character, and that's what you want as a coach. You want players to come into the team and make your selection for the next game difficult, and that's certainly what the players have done.
Great, thank you.
Next, we'll go back to Dave.
And again, Wayne, it's this match day 24. So obviously you can see the light at the end of the tunnel of the regular season. To be a consistent team, to really make that push, what's the message, or what are the bullet points that you want to emphasize that you can get that consistency that at times have eluded the team?
Yeah, no, I think we have to just keep believing in the process in which we're working, and I think if you look throughout the season, we've consistently really been in a similar position, just on the cusp of the playoffs, just inside the playoff spots, and I think we can push to maybe be a little bit higher than where we are with the last 12 games of the season. So that's the goal for us. Firstly, to try and take each game as it comes, but we really believe that we've got a run of fixtures, especially after the League's Cup of home games, which could really benefit us. And our home form has to be better. And I think our away form has been pretty good, and our home form has probably let us down a little bit this season. So we need to try and improve on that home form, because if we do that, I think we can finish a few spots higher than where we are at the moment.
And just what makes you smile in terms of the growth of this team? Because every season's a journey, and you want to say, wow, match day 24, we're so much better than we were in match day 21, match day 1. Is there an area that comes to mind?
No, I think we knew what our goals was for the season, and of course the main goal for us was to make playoffs. And I think the growth from where we was last season is huge, and already we've accumulated more points than we did the whole of last season. And I think I think Saturday is a huge game for us. I think if we win the game Saturday, we put ourselves in a really good position to kick on, and even though we've got a very difficult game next week against New England, if we can get the 3 points Saturday, I think it puts us in a real good place going into the break.
Next, we'll go to Jose.
Hey Wayne, thank you for taking time to join us. You mentioned Miami there. What is, with all the influx on that squad and everything that's changing, what is the mentality that you're bringing with the team? And what do you see out of Miami thus far that you didn't see earlier this season?
No, the small changes which we've seen already, obviously with the new coach coming in, and so we know they got a good point against Columbus in the last game. So it's going to be a tough game, like every game is in this league. So we prepare properly for the game. We feel if we do the right things and play how we know we can, we'll win the game. But we have to make sure we go and do that, because if we don't, they've got players who can hit us.
And if you don't mind, an off-topic question, you are the head coach for the All-Star game. With the game coming up, you were a part of the All-Star game as a player. What memories do you have of that time as a player? And what do you hope to now go through as a head coach? What kind of different sentiments do you think you're going to go through this summer around?
No, listen, I'm excited for the All-Star game, but my focus is purely on DC United now, and when that comes round, and I'm getting ready to prepare for the All-Star game, then I'm sure I'll speak a lot more about it, but my focus really now is on DC United.
Appreciate the honesty, man. Appreciate it.